all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats, and some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net.
Cracks in MAGA world growing deeper. He writes their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax.
Republican Speaker of the House Mike Johnson disagrees.
It's a very delicate subject, but we should put everything out there and let the people decide.
Not going to talk about Epstein.
Fire! We got a bombshell just a moment ago. Well, it's how many bombshells do you guys need? Actually, the bond market freaked out. Bond market, relax. He cannot do this. Trump sparks market chaos. Denies. I never said that. Sir, whatever you just said freaked the 30-year yield out. Just to let you know, if Jerome Powell gets fired, which he can't be fired, but anywho, this was the reaction. If you need help on how to read charts, that would be, it's up. Also going to do a little technical analysis on the charts today, a little bit, just because I know people are like, oh, I don't like that stuff. It always confused me when my high school teacher would talk about XRP. Will be just a little bit. I'll have AI predict the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Show you how I do it. Actually, it is in the course. You just upload the image and the AI will be like, oh, this is what's going to happen. Okay, so sorry, this guy keeps calling me. Mr. Ninja, can you please apologize?
Yeah, I'm sorry that you answer the phone every time I call, and it's in the middle of something. Sorry, Bravo. Jeez.
Okay, I'm going to hang up on him now. Anywho, I think I was talking about if you want to learn how to do it rather than calling me like my friends like, hey, what do you think the TA is on this $2.99? And you get my free bear market course. If ever... I think he's texting me because he's mad I hung up on him, that when the market goes down, which would be the opposite of that, and it kind of looks like currently your bank stock that currently looks like that. Another bombshell. What is happening? I wonder if the charts would have predicted it. The answer is always 100% yes. If you want to do Wells Fargo, you'll see. It was a 9. It went purple. Just turn it on. You're like, oh, that was easy. Panic. We have panic in the banking system. These are bombshells, right? We have Wells Fargo showing they borrowed $200 billion to stay in business. Wait, so what you're telling me is that banks are insolvent. Oh, and just to put my mouth where my money is, or my money with my mouth, I feel like I'm a rapper right now. Look, Wells Fargo. Oh, also, look, I put it in one of my courses. I said buy here. It went up there. Sell. So could you please do this all day long to make your digits go up? That way you are not 7 out of 10. Everyone. And she's moderately attractive, I'm going to say. I mean, probably grow your hair out a little bit more. Men prefer longer hair. Says 9 out of 10 men. 1 out of 10 was kind of confused. I don't know. Am I a man or anxious about money? And earning more won't necessarily help, says therapist. Well, Mr. or Mrs. Therapist, yes, it will. I know this because I was born broke. Then I figured out really quick you just have to be one trade smarter than the other guy and you can have millions. Let me tell you, most people are dumb. And I say that with the utmost respect because I've been around people for long enough to know I could give you charts that go, this is the lowest, that's the highest. This is when you sell. And people were like, I think it's a scam. I've seen people go from just a little bit of, maybe no wealth in high school. Like I've seen so many out of my classroom, many multimillionaires. Because when people are young, they're like, oh, so this works? And I'm like, yeah. And then they do it. And they're like, hey, I'm making $10,000 a month. I am not lying. Just ask the principal that pulled me into the office with the parents. Are like, there's something illegal about this. Another kid creates movement watches and sells it for $300 million. And another girl that sells her nursing notes and makes millions. I can come here every day and lead you to the water. But if you ain't drinking it, I can't help. And I also don't want you to be part of this. Bank of America poll shows investors. I'm not an investor. You guys are just chucking money at the market at a record pace. Are you aware that markets go down? And if you want anxiety, wait until that happens. That is why I am risk adverse of something. Risk, throw it in reverse because you're like, I want to just take the money off the table. I'm like, boom, I'm up 96%. Oh, that was a fluke. It's not a fluke. I mean, even the Wells Fargo, which I think I said I was going to show you and then Ninja called. Just in case I forgot, and then I'll chase the bombshells. 7, 8, 9, purple. Oh no. Oh, now I feel terrible. I actually told him I was going to chart this for him and send it to him, and I forgot. So hey, Ninja, here's your chart of XCN, and I'll turn everything off. You guys are holding this. I am. I have to tell you. Do I have to tell you I'm holding this one? This is one of the bags I'm currently holding. Okay, you're in a falling wedge. It even says falling over there. You have indicators. You turn on it. It tells you what it is. You're in it. You're above the 200, and you broke. This is called resistance. And if you want to know how much higher XCN is going to go, and oh my gosh, I'm going to pump my bags. I do not mean to do this. Do not buy it. I own this one. It is a total scam. Stay away. It should go up to there. Come back tomorrow. For everyone who hates charts, one more second. Turned everything off. This is XRP. Because if I do not do it, I'm going to forget. Like, I forget one of my best friends. I said, yeah, I'll give it. It was supposed to, XRP was supposed to go up there. It's higher. So that's the good news. I have two bad news for you. Now we have to turn on our charts. But that's the good news. If you owned it, if you like clicked ahead of time, like the stuff I give you, if you do nothing, you're broke. You're just 7 out of 10. I'm going to give you bad news. I'm going to turn on my Bravo Kit Pro and tell you you're in my Bravo zone. That's this purple area. Once it goes in, it comes out. The harder you go in, the harder you're going to come out. So just in case you are thinking about taking some profit on the table, if you are a trader. Oh, did someone mention trader? Trump. This is so bad. Trump to open 401ks to private equities. Basically what that means from this Barron's article is they're taking all of the sludge, the vomit, all of it. And they're like, oh, move it into retail. They'll never know. I mean, I am shocked that Trump did this. He would, based on his record. Oh, and can we just jump over here real quick? It was one of the bombshells. I need to talk about it for a second.
Why they would be so interested in, he's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that.
So I guess that answers the question. Why does God allow good things to happen to bad people? I guess that's why good things are happening. But Mr. President, we clicked the button that said, you know what, we'll let you we'll give you another swing at this. We need you to be transparent. And you've done really good. And now you're doing really bad. Also, I am not someone to throw rocks. I am a bad person. I was actually born that way. You're like, what? The baby, you were so cute and innocent. No, I wasn't. I came out screaming. Me, mine, more. So when Trump says Johnny Bravo is a bad person because he would like to know, he's actually right. And it actually even answers this question. Why does God allow good things to happen to bad people? Because we are. You were born that way, and you are going to die that way. Then you'll face judgment for being bad and be eternally separated from God that you probably don't believe in the first place, so I'm sure you're fine. Unless you're wrong, but I had to answer that question. But yes, Don, I am a bad person, but could you just do me a favor? Since it is a big hoax, just go ahead and just put it out there for us, and we'll figure it out. Because we're kind of smart. Oh, and for all of you that think the Republicans are the good guys and the Democrats are the bad guys, yeah, I know I'm shooting myself in the foot here, but they're all, is Big Mike on? They're all bad. And in my life, I have found there is one thing that I hate, and it's a politician. Unless, and you're like, Bravo, that's a really big word. You should not be using that as a God-fearing man. Okay, is there a worse word, something that's just more vile? Because I would choose to pick that. Oh, and breaking news. Congress just introduced the, quote, Epstein Files Transparency Act, and it's massive. The bill demands the DOJ release everything flight logs, name of officials. And didn't they I'm pretty sure those will all, where'd we burn those up? For what? Oh, there's still one left. Go ahead and redact that. Or, even, what was it? Oh, hey, there's 1 minute missing out of the footage. Yeah, try again. It's more like 3 minutes. Oh, and for all of you that have been freaking out about this, I told you yesterday, watch our guru. He's being fired. No, he's not. And the orange guy denied it. Highly unlikely. You can't fire. Well, you could say it. All he has to do is just point that finger. You're fired. And you're like, no, I'm not. Okay. I just wanted to say it. If Trump fires the Fed, pal, both currency and bond markets collapse, according to Douchey Bank. Oh, also in regards to the Fed, and again, I'm just going to keep shooting myself in the feet. I don't care. I don't know anyone in the world that understands how the Fed works. I know, yes, I know you do. You read the book Jekyll Island. After you finish with that book, you're like, oh, this guy, Mike Maloney, he did a whole series on money, and that was wrong too. Wait, Bravo, I thought the hidden secrets of money. I know it. This is money. What we're using isn't. No, Chuck, it actually is. In a debt-based system, debt is money. If you could use those things to buy things, it's money. See if this guy knows about the Federal Reserve.
The bottom line is, from my perspective,
bottom line,
that when the Federal Reserve was created, we were under a gold standard. And the idea that the Fed could print money and then spend $2.5 billion on a building without real congressional oversight, it didn't occur to the people that framed the Federal Reserve Act. And so I think that we've got a real problem of oversight.
That's a real problem. It's coming in from the NEC director, Kevin. If the Fed could print $2.5 billion, the Fed doesn't print, Kevin. Fed lends. They don't spend, just like any bank you walk into. They just lend. They don't even have to have anything. All Jerome has is a balance sheet. That's it. Or another word for it is a ledger. You know how Bitcoin has a ledger? The ledger is so important. Even if you were to fire Jerome Powell, nothing changes. And if you're like, lower the interest rates, you could do the short end. Go ahead. Lots of arbitrage on that end. You'll have some movement. The rest of the curve ain't listening to you. But there is just so much that goes into why it goes up and why it goes down. You could actually have hedge funds move this stupid thing, just in the short term. Long-term inflation expectations. Trust me when I say this, none of that matters. Sit at your computer every morning for 2 minutes while you're on the toilet. You're like, oh, the Dow Jones is up 789. Bravo says once it gets one candle close below the Bravo 9, I can click short just for a small amount of time. Because you're above the 200. It's magnet pulling you up. Learn all about this in the course. I pinky promise. I just can't keep talking about this. Also on this chart, it's right next to the publish button. Click the little camera button and then put it into AI. I show you. And it'll be, and you ask, hey, what's that? I know you can't see it because I don't want to zoom down. Here, I don't want to do that. It'll go like, oh, this is a hammer. When I actually just did it for you, it says it's a hammer. Oh, look, appears after we're not in a downtrend. What's a signal? It's a potential, we're not in that. Well, except for kind of, if you want to consider that a downtrend. Okay, I'll give it to you. Oh, also, if you want to know how to measure that one, look, you measure from here to here, up to there. Look at that. Also, don't be surprised if tomorrow you have an update. So there you go with candles. Still under the Bravo 9. And you still have confirmation here. You're still going a little lower. Oh, and for all the Christians in the audience that just lost their mind, you're like, you can't tell everyone's going to hell and not tell them about Jesus. Well, I just did. There you go. Love you. See you tomorrow.